Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to make our report on food delivery app. So this would be our second project. Over here, I have made a small report for the food delivery app. First, we will take a look at the dataset itself. So here I have the dataset. This dataset contains multiple restaurants which are located in various countries and various cities. So over here, the first column is of the cuisine that they offer. Then we have the restaurant ID. Then we have the restaurant name. Then we have the country code in which it is located, the city in which it is located. Then we have the address, the locality, and in locality in which part they are located, the longitude and latitude. So this is all the geographical data. Then we have the currency in which they accept the payment. Then we have whether they have the table booking feature or not. Then we have the option whether they have this online delivery feature available or not, and whether they are delivering currently or not. Then the next option we are having is switch to order menu. Then we have the price range. So this price range is divided into 4 buckets, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is basically the normal, high, low, mid, and these kind of ranges itself. So it is self-descriptory. Then we have the votes they have got. Then we have the average cost of 2%. So this would be covered in price range itself. You can see if the price range changes over here, the cost of 2 goes on a higher side. Then we have the rating they have got. So this rating is from 1 till 4.9. So this would be basically the average rating that particular restaurant has got. So now what we can do is we can take this data and we can make a report out of it. This report would include multiple options. For example, what is the rating of a restaurant, whether they are allowing the food delivery or not, in which area they are located, in which country they are located, what is the address, what is the cuisine that is best selling in a specific area or country, or what is the specialty of that particular restaurant. All these things can be shown with a report. So if I go in a report view, I have created a small report, and over here you can see the idea over here is that a person coming in would select a country. So let's say they want to select any country they want to dine in or in which they are currently located in. So they will select the country. For example, I am choosing India. After choosing a specific country, they will select a city. So they will go in the city and they will select their preferred city. So let's say we are selecting Bhopal, for example. Now this report would tell them that there are 20 restaurants currently listed in Bhopal, and the average cost for dining is 566.25, but they still have to select a restaurant before this particular option populates with the correct information. Then these are some of the cuisines which are best selling in that specific city, and the address over here is shown just for the first restaurant. It is not for a specific restaurant. So now what I'll do is I will select over here whether they have this option of online delivery or not. So currently, since maybe in that city they don't have any restaurants right now listed which are delivering food online, so that's why this option is not selected. Then the idea over here is that the people would be selecting a specific area. So let's say they are selecting this area, and then it would tell them that there are currently 5 restaurants in that area. If you want to filter that restaurants based on your price range, you can select that, and then it would narrow down the list. So over here you can select this list over here, and you can see that currently I'm having 5 restaurants, and based on this price range, as I move the slider, so I will move the slider more a bit. So these all are from price range 1 to 2. So what I'll do is I will select from the price 2 to 4. So you can see the restaurant list is now comprising of only 3 restaurants. Now, whenever a user would be coming and selecting any restaurant, let's say they are selecting bacon steak, it will tell them that the average cost for 2 people is 500 rupees, and they are serving fast food. The average rating is 4.20, and the address of this particular restaurant is this. If they want to reset their information, what they can do is they can click on this where it says click to reset, and now everything would be reset. Now again, let's say we are selecting any other city. So I'm selecting Bangalore this time. So I'm going to India, and in the city, let's say we are selecting Bangalore. We have 20 restaurants listed in Bangalore, and I'm selecting a specific area. In this area, there are 6 restaurants. Let's select a specific restaurant. So I'm selecting this restaurant. It will tell me the cost for 2, the average rating, what kind of cuisines this restaurant is serving, and what is the address of this. Now let's say I'm not selecting a specific restaurant. Then it will tell me what kind of cuisines are famous in Indiranagar. If we are going to JP Nagar, you can see that this would be changing. So let's don't select anything right now, and you can find out that the top 10 cuisines in a specific city are these. So based on this, the user can try some cuisines which are famous in that city or that area also. Now let's take a look at how can we create these visuals. So we have this blank report over here. First of all, I need to import my data from Excel. So I will click on import data from Excel, and I will select my data set, click on open. This data set was in an Excel file. It would try to establish the connection, and it would show you all the columns that are present in that data set. I will select this and load this data. If you want to see all the columns, you can click over here and you can see the information about all the columns. If you want to see the data inside it, you can click over here in the table view, and this would load the information for you. We will be switching back and forth between this report view and the table view to see what kind of data I'm having. Now let's go to the report view, and the first option that I want to provide to my users is that they should have an option of selecting a country, selecting a city, and also the option of online delivery and if that restaurant is delivering right now or not. So for that, what you need to do is you need to create a slicer. Click on the slicer, and this slicer would indicate the user to select a specific country. If I go to the table view, my country code is one of the column which is having the countries. So if I click over here, I have all these countries inside it. So let's select this slicer. In the field, I will drag and drop this country code. Then I will change the slicer settings by going into format your visual. And over here, I have the option of slicer settings. I will make it a drop down, and I will adjust the size. The next option I want to provide the user is to select a city. Now, if I create a slicer again, what would happen is that I need to do all that formatting, which I did right now again. So the better option would be to copy this slicer and paste it again. This time, I'm removing the value of country code from over here and I'm putting city. Now the user can select a city. Again, I will copy and paste the slicer. I'll give the option of online delivery. So just remove the field of city over here and select if they are serving food online or not. So I will drag and drop this over here. Again, copy and paste this. The next slicer would be asking them that if that restaurant is delivering right now or not. Sometimes people just like to see some information. They don't really care about whether that restaurant is delivering right now or not because they don't want to deliver it right now. But they might like some information about some specific restaurants. So at that point of time, you can use this option also. Now we have made these slices. We can format them. So over here, if the user would come, they need to select a specific country. So I can go in the visualization, format your visualization. I can change the slicer text to say select a country. Let's make it bold. And you can also change the font size. So let's make it 14 for now. The same thing I will do for city. So I will select city, go in the format visual, slicer header. I will say select a city, make the size 14 and make it bold. Go to the next one. So it would open the box itself. I will say select delivery options or online delivery. If the user would like to deliver it online, they can select yes or no. Again, make it 14 and make it bold. Now let's try something else. What if I was selecting it, I was clicking on format winter and clicking over here in the next slicer. You can see that it has already adjusted its font to bold. The size has been changed for the font and also the font size has been changed. But still, I need to change the font, what is written over here. So I will go again in the visual slicer header and I will select is delivering right now. So now everything is ready on the slicers part. Now what we will do is we will give them an option to select a specific locality. For that, again, I will make a slicer, expand it a bit, align it with the other slicers that are present over here. To see the locality, we will go in the table view and we can see that we have a locality column over here, which has all these localities present for each city. So I will go in the table view, drag and drop the locality in this slicer. Go in the format your visual option. In the slicer header, I can put in select a locality. Change the font size to 14, make it bold. Now what users can do is they can select multiple localities also. So let's say that if they are selecting a specific city, for example, if they are selecting Ahmedabad, and let's say that these two localities are nearby and the user would like to go to these two localities and they try to search some restaurants which are in these two localities. So they can select two localities also. Currently, it is just giving me an option to select a single locality. If you would like to change it, you can again go to the slicer settings and over here in the selection, you can give them the option of multiple selects also. So how to do it? First of all, you need to select this option where it says multi-select. Then if the user comes in over here and if they would like to select this ashram route also along with Ambawadi, they can press control and they can click over here. Now this would select two localities at once. So if you need to select multiple localities, you just need to press control and select as many as you like. The next option I want to give to them is that they need to see how many restaurants are listed in that specific area which they are selecting or a specific city they are selecting. So for that, let's make a card over here. So to make a card, I can select this card option, just a size, put it over here. And this card would tell them how many total restaurants are over there. So I'm having this restaurant ID, so I can drag and drop it in the values. select this card, drag and drop this restaurant IDs in the field. Currently, we have 19.72 thousand restaurants. Over here, I would like to select some distinct restaurants. I will select count distinct. Now, let's say the user wants to see this specific country. So they can select on it and it will tell them how many restaurants are listed in that specific country. If you want to clear this slicer, you can select this option of clear selection. Then I will select this, go in the format your visual. We have this call out value options and also the category label option. So if you would like to switch off this category label, you can turn this off. Go in the general options, provide a title, and it would say total restaurants. Total listed restaurants. You can even make it bold and you can also align it centrally. Now copy and paste this visual. Again, you need to provide cost of 2. So I will do the same changes over here. I will just remove this count of restaurant IDs for now. And I will put the average cost of 2 in this section. So drag and drop this average cost of 2. Currently, it is just showing me the average cost of 2s and it is combining everything. I don't want to see the sum of average. I just want to see the average. And now it is showing me the correct average calculating based on the complete list of restaurants that we have. If you would select any specific restaurants, what it would do is it would give us specific cost of 2 for that restaurant. So I can again click over here, go to format your visual, general. I can change the title to average cost of 2. I should keep the text font consistent. So I will put every word first in the capital. Then we have the option of providing a rating. So over here, I can provide the rating as well. So again, you can make a new card or you can copy and paste this also, put it over here, and then we have to provide this ratings. So just remove this field and provide the rating. This is currently giving me the sum of ratings. I don't want to see the sum of ratings. I want to see a specific value which is being given to that particular restaurant. So for that, what you can do is you can click over here in the ratings. You can see currently it is doing the summarization. You have to click over here and you have to select don't summarize. When you do this don't summarize option, then again you can drag and drop this rating over here and you can find the ratings over here. Currently it is showing you the count of ratings. You don't have to see the count of ratings. You have to see the actual value of ratings or the average of ratings. So you can also provide the average of ratings or you can also provide the actual value of ratings. So for that, what you can do is over here in the data type where it is giving you the decimal number, you can change this data type to text. If you put it over here, it would tell you the actual ratings. So let's select a specific restaurant. Now the list of restaurants is not showing to us. So what I'll do is I will put a table over here, which would show you all the restaurants present in this particular locality. So let me make a table right now. Click on the table option and over here, I can drag and drop the restaurant names. So now I can select any restaurant and it will tell me what is the rating for that particular restaurant. So let's go to any other locality. Let's go to Arira Colony and see what is the rating of Bacon Shake. So the rating of Bacon Shake is 4.2. So by this way, you can find out the actual rating of specific restaurant. Also, you can find the cost of 2 for these restaurants. So if you think that your data over here, whichever is given in the numerical field, so for example, here is this average cost of 2 and you don't want this data to be averaged out or summed up. So what you can do is you can select this and you can change the data type over here to text. So now what it would do is it would show you the exact value for that particular restaurant. It would not try to do some average and it would also not try to do some sum. Go in the report view. Again, if you want to clear the selections, you can click over here in the clear selections. I'll repeat this again. So now if you want to clear the selections, you can click over here in the clear selections. Then this is a list of all the restaurants. For over here, this card where it says average cost for 2, we know that this is the rating. So I can select over here, go in the format your visual, general, and the title I can give it as rating. Then we should also give an option of selecting a price range. So for that, I have this price range option over here. So what I'll do is I will create a slicer. I will put this price range, decrease the size, put this slicer somewhere over here. Let's adjust it. Now the user can come over here and they can select the price range. And based on this price range, these restaurants would be filtered out. Let me clear the selection for now. Also clear the selection in the city. Now all these selections, when I'm doing, I need to clear them manually. Every time I'm going at the top of every visual and I'm selecting anything, then I need to go on the slicer and I need to clear the selection. So let's say if I'm making changes to multiple slicers over here, every time I need to go on the top of the slicer and I need to clear the selections. So for that, what we can do is we can create a small button and we can click on that button and it would reset the state of every visual as it was when it was created. So we will also do it in some time. Then we can give a bar chart over here. and it would tell the users what are the top 10 cuisines in that specific area or in a specific restaurants. So for that, I will click on this bar chart. Let's put in the cuisines and also put in the restaurant IDs or the restaurant names also you can put in. So now it would give me the list of all the cuisines and what are the number of restaurants that are serving it. So over here, you can go in the format your visual and you can turn on the data labels. Let's clear these selections right now. Okay. Now we are getting the correct visual. It is giving me the count of the restaurants by the cuisines. And over here, I'm having multiple restaurants count. If you scroll down, there are too many restaurants, but I only want to see what are the top 10 cuisines that are present in that specific area or the selection part. So for that, what you can do is you can select a filter over here as well. So in the filter your visual, you can expand this filter, and over here it gives you the option of basic filtering. You can select this and you can select top N option. Now you can select the top 10 values. So over here it gives you the option of top and bottom also. Currently I just want to see the top 10 values. So put in 10 over here. Give me a moment. I need to select this visual again. So what you can do is you can click over here in the blank space. This time let's go to cuisines, basic to advanced filtering, select top N and select top 10 cuisines. Now, when I have selected this top 10 cuisines, I am selecting the top 10 cuisines. Over here, I need to provide the values. So currently I have chosen the restaurant names over here. So again, I can drag and drop this restaurant names in the value. And it will try to filter the top 10 cuisines based on the restaurant names. So where it says first restaurant name, let me select the distinct town. Then I can click on apply filter. Then it will try to show you the top 10 cuisines based on this restaurant names. Now again, select this visual, go to this format your visual, and let's change the title over here. So in the general titles, let me change the title to top 10 cuisines, and you can make it bold and also you can align it in the center. For the X and Y axis also, you can make these elements bold. So go in the X and Y axis and here you can find the values. If you wish to make them bold, you can select the bold option. Same thing you can do for the Y axis. If you would like to make the values bold, you can select the values option and you can make them bold. Also, you can change the size of this. So let me change the size to 10, or let me make it even bigger. So I can select 12 over here. Now, if you'd like to select these values anytime, you can select it by going on the top of it and click over here, and then it would show you only the name of the restaurants which are serving this specific cuisine. Also, if you don't want to see this title over here, you can go over here in the visuals, select this, go in the format your visuals. Then we have this x-axis option. So here you can turn off this x-axis title as well, because this is describing itself. So we don't need to keep this label over here. Now all our slices are ready. Also, I have made a bar chart. Now we need to provide the address to the user and also what are the cuisines that specific restaurant is serving. So currently it is just showing you the top 10 cuisines. But if you would like the user to come in over here, select a specific restaurant and see what are the cuisines that it is serving, this bar chart cannot do that thing, because now right now you can see it is just filtering itself out. So for that, what I'll do is I will create a specific table over here, and this will tell me that what are the particular cuisines that restaurant is serving. So let me uncheck it right now, and I can select this multi-row card for now. Select on this multi-row card and put in cuisines over here. Now let's see. Let's select a restaurant. So you can see it is trying to filter this. This restaurant is just serving fast food. If I select any other restaurant, it will tell me what are the different cuisines that restaurant is serving. So let me decrease the size of it. Now the next part is providing the address. So for address, again I can create a card and I can drag and drop this address. Make this address a bit small. So go in the format your visual, turn off this category label, and for the call out value, I will give the text as 25. So now this is the primary stage of your visuals. Whenever a user would be coming in, they would be able to see these visuals. Okay, now I need to provide a button over here. And what this button would do is this would just clear all the selections that your user has done. So again, you can do that thing by creating a small button over here. So for that, you can go in the insert option. Over here, we have this buttons option. And you can select the option of bookmark also. You can select any other icon also. So let's say if you want to provide this back option over here, so you can click on back over here, drag and drop this. You can increase the size, and whenever the user will be coming in over here and clicking, it would tell them that this data has been resetted. So for that, what I'll do is I will provide some text over here. So go in the journal option, click on the title, and let's say I'm giving this title as click to reset. Align it in the center and make it bold, and also you can increase the size to 18. Now we have made all the visuals. Now the next part is that you need to customize this with the theme of your company. So let's say that I'm working with a data set of a company whose theme is black and orange. So how would I would customize everything to black and orange? So for that, we have some common options. So for that, let's say we are going to the view option, and over here you can select a specific theme. So let's say if you want to select black theme, you can select this theme. Everything would be changed to black. Now you want to change these text into black. So for that, what I can do is, or let's say you want to change it to orange for now. So for that, what you can do is you can go in the customize current theme option also. So let me roll it back to the default state and we will create it from scratch. Click over here and go to customize current theme option. Over here, we have this name and colors. So let's say the first color that I want to keep is orange. So you can click over here and you can select any hex code which gives that particular shade of color that you want. Or click over here. And if you think this color should look good, you can copy the hex code of this color, put it in color 1, and just copy and paste this hex code. Click on apply. Let's see what are the changes that it has done. So it has changed the color of bars and also it has changed the color of this text. Go again in this, go to customize current theme. Over here, you will find the option of text. Go in the text. Now the general text font size is 10. If you want to change the font size of every text over here, you can directly do it from this part. If you want to change the font color, click over here and just paste the hex code that you copied. Click on apply and see what are the changes that it has done. So no changes for now, only this slices changes have been done. So again, go in the customize current theme option, go in the text, the titles color you can change. So just provide this hex code again. So you can see all the titles color have been changed. Now the underlying text, these color if I want to change. So for that, I can again go in the customize current theme, text. You can select this card and KPIs, change the colors, tab headers, and also you can change the colors. Again, it will not change the color of these text over here. So for that, you can go in the visuals option, page option, and the filter pane option, and you can put in whatever colors you would like to keep. So for now, if I go to the visual options, the background color for the visuals that I want is black. So I can go over here in the color and I can select black color. The page also, the wallpaper, I want to keep it as black. Let's click on apply and see what are the changes that it has done. So now these background color of the visuals have been changed to black. Now for this table, what you can do is either you can select this table, go to the format your visualization. After selecting this, you can go over here. So let me select it. And over here, I'm having different values such as changing of the colors, changing of this text. So what you can do is you can select these individual values also, and you can change the style of this particular table. So let's go to the properties. It's looking fine. The effect background is black. I don't want to see any visual border. Let's go to the visual. In the style preset, we have this default. If I just select this none, so you can see that style has now changed. If you want to see the values, you can put in the text colors over here and you can change it to orange. Now I can easily see this. If you would also like to see this alternate text in a different shade, you can click over here and you can select that shade. So now this looks fine. Now we need to change this titles text. So again, you can select this. You can go in the format your visual, and over here you can find this complete header and you can change the text of this title as name. Currently, I just wanted to show the restaurant name, which is fine. So I'm not changing it for now. Now everything looks fine over here, except this particular slicer whose color I'm not able to see. So you can select this. Now you can go in the general options. You can see the properties. It's fine. The effect background is black. It's looking fine. So let's go to the visuals. See the values in the slicer. Change the font color of these values. Now they're looking fine. Also, let's select any other slicer and see what kind of options they are giving. So over here, whenever the user would be coming in, they would be getting these options to select a specific country. Let's keep it at white for now. About this bar chart, I don't want to see these grid lines. So for that, what I can do is I can select this bar chart, go in the grid lines option, and I can turn off this vertical grid lines. Now this is looking pretty clean. So we have created this visual now. Now again, whenever the user is selecting any specific locality or a specific country, they are able to see this thing. And I need to go on the top of this visual and click over here to clear the selection. Now what I need to do is I need to capture this state, and whenever this user is coming in and they are selecting this reset button, they should be able to see this complete list as it was when it was first created. So for that, what I can do is I can click over here in the bookmark option. I can click on add bookmark. I can update it. I can rename it, and I can rename it to reset. Now what this bookmark does is it captures this state of these visuals. So now I want to apply this state to this button. So for that, what I'll do is I will select this button. I will go in the format button option. In the actions, I will put in that it is reflecting a bookmark and that bookmark is reset. Now let's test it out. So let's say I'm selecting India. Again, I'm selecting a city as Bhopal and I'm selecting DV city. So there are 3 restaurants showing me right now. I'm selecting this 10 Downing Street. So it is serving Chinese and North Indian. The rating is 4. The average cost of 2 is 1000. This is the specific address. Now I want to reset this data. So I will come over here, press Control and click, and this would reset everything for me. So this is very useful button if you would like the data to be resetted and if you don't want to go on the top of every visual to reset the data. Now, after you have created this, what you can do is you can go in the home option and you can publish it online. So click on publish and it would ask you that do you want to save this change? So I will select this. Let's rename it as food delivery report. Click on save. I need to select a specific workspace. So let's select this skill squad reports and it would publish it online. Now let's say if you want to see some more insights about your data. So what you can do is you can select this get quick insights and it would create some charts for you. Maybe it would create that which city has multiple number of restaurants, which city has the restaurants which are best rated. So all these are some of the visuals that you can also create. Currently we have just focused on some specific visuals, but there are n number of visuals that you can create with this data set. You can see it is trying to search for some insights in that data set. You can find some quick insights over here that Indonesia has noticeably more average cost for two compared to the other cities, and count of ratings and count of cuisines, how they are doing over here right now. Then again, we have this restaurant counts by country code. So it is telling you which country has majority of the restaurants listed in that data. So India has majority of restaurants in that. Then the restaurants which have the average rating 4.6 and 4.9 have more cost of two for this dining option compared to the other restaurants. Then we have the count of rating by country code. So India has noticeably more rating for cuisine Chinese. So there are many Chinese restaurants listed in India than the other countries. So these are some of the insights. And if you would like to pin this, what you can do is, let's say I want to pin this. So I can click on the pin option and this would pin this visual on the top of your dashboard. So if you don't want to pin this, you can leave it for now. You can directly come on to the visuals that you currently created. So it was in the skill squad reports. Let's go in the skill squad reports. Let's go in the home option. It is not opening it. Go in the skill squad reports and see if it has uploaded that data set or not. So here we have this food report. I can click over here. I can open this report and you can see the report that we created and if it is working or not. So let's select everything. Okay, so it is resetting it also. You can see that when I was creating these options in the Power BI desktop, specifically for this one, and if I was trying to clear that filter, so I had to press Control and click. But if I want to clear it right now, what I can do is I can directly click over here. That means the user would be getting the capability that they can directly click on this option and that would roll back their data to the previous state it was in. Now you can see it in the full screen view as well. So let's click on the full screen view. This would be the report that the user would be seeing. They can come over here, they can select any country, they can select any city, they can select any area, and then they can see how many restaurants are listed in that area and what is the average cost of two. If they would like to see multiple areas, so they can press control and they can select multiple areas as well. Again, if they would like to roll back, they can click over here where it says back. So I can click over here and can come back. Now, if you would like to create a dashboard for it, again, you can create it with the help of this pin option. So you can pin some important information that how many restaurants are listed, what is the average cost of two, combining everything in the data set, what are the different cuisines that we are serving, or what are the different cuisines that this particular data set has. So these are some of the information that you can also keep in your dashboard, but this is a report that you can make and this would be an interactive report. So this would give the users capability to come in over here and select any option that they would like to see. Now you can also do some settings over here and you can select some schedule the refresh for this data set. You can also create a pipeline. So we have already talked about all these things in the previous sessions where you were creating a pipeline for this data set. And if you would like to schedule the automatic data refresh for this data set, also you can do these things. All that options would be remaining the same. So this is how you find some insights from your data set and you create a report out of it and upload it to the Power BI services. This was all for this session. Thank you.